Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Mlo, and in this week I'm gonna take you with me on like a sort of reading vlog of me, like how I read throughout the week, because I do sometimes get that question, and it's a question that I often see pop up. It's like, how do you read that much? Like, when do you find the time? How do you find the time? And all sorts of things. So I'm just going to show you how it goes for me and how I tend to read a lot more in the past year than I did ever previously before. So yeah, let's go.
Hey, I think you're cute, can I hit you up on Instagram? Cause you are the only thing I'm thinking of, and I can't stop it, I'm wishing you and I were talking. But even if we talked, I wouldn't know what I would say. My social awkwardness would just get in the way. And maybe I'm a little bit shy, but I'll try my best to compromise, cause
So I have just gotten back from dance class and I finished the book like right before I needed to leave, which was around 8:20, and I finished reading Holding Her Breath. I don't think I say her name correctly because it's an Irish writer and my Irish pronunciation of names is not that good, but my god, the book was. I think I read the ebook, which is around 190 pages. Reading that in 2 days is relatively fast. Should I have done other things in my life? Yes. Did I? No, not with this book. The book Holding Her Breath is really good. It's about, the main character is Beth Crow. She's a college student, athletic swimmer, but most importantly, she is the granddaughter of a very famous Irish poet, Ben Crow, who committed suicide when he was 40. So it was before she was born. It was when her mother was a child, but he's super famous, so everyone kind of wants to know about him and what's going on, and you kind of figure out like her learning about him. Like, no one really talked about them in the house. It was her mom, her and her grandmother, which is his wife. You kind of follow her along in her endeavors as just her life as a college student, everything that she goes through, in her acceptance of things that happened to her before with her athletic swimming career, and how she's falling in love and falling out of love, and but the main center of it is the story of her grandfather and how she gets to know him, basically. And it's actually so well done. Like, think, you know, there is a tragic family past there, but it's also about love and about life and friendships, and I honestly was very excited about this. So if there's something that you want to read and you don't know what, and you just want to read a really good contemporary novel, read Holding Her Breath by Eimear. So it's about 10 now. I'm probably not going to start a new book, also because I just kind of like want to reflect on novel and like just chew in the feelings and emotions that it gave me. So I'm going to kind of refrain from that, and then tomorrow I'm going to start reading some new books, novels. I don't really know what yet. I have a whole TBR there. I'll probably pick a shorter novel as well, because I read a few bigger ones now, to keep me in the flow, and then probably after that I'll read a bigger one, I think. We'll see tomorrow. I'll see you soon.
oh, I think I really like how you're.
Okay, so it's now morning. I work from home today. I kind of have similar work for today, at least in the morning. During that time, I usually just put on a podcast. Right now, I'm gonna put on a book, which I came across someone mention it around finances, like The Richest Man of Babylon, and then it's like for free on YouTube because it's an older book, so it's right free. So I was like, let's just listen to it. I think it's 4 or 5 hours. I listened to it yesterday. I'm gonna listen to it again today. I'll be honest, some tips seem kind of like don't really work that well in this day and age, or not as well as I think it would have worked at the time the book was written. I don't know. There are definitely a few things that I feel like, okay, some are really interesting and some of them not really.
Always staring at your feet. Pictures only tell so much. So I'm thinking.
Hi, so it's the end of, well, it's not the end of the day, it's a working day. I just had dinner. I listened to the audiobook during the day, during working. I think it was ultimately like an hour and a half, so not that much. So I didn't finish it. I think I have about an hour and a half to go of audio for it, so that'll probably happen tomorrow. I think, mostly probably, yeah. So I have like half an hour left until I am gonna go work out. I was thinking that I don't have that much to do at this point. Well, I could do a lot, but I need to wind down. Like, my brain is so full from work still. So I'm just gonna like spend that half hour reading. And I decided to start on Frankenstein by Mary Shelley because it's a book that I've wanted to read for a very long time. I was looking for secondhand for ages, and I finally found like a really nice one. The other ones that I've seen were like in really terrible condition, or just didn't have it. So yeah, I'm gonna read Mary Shelley right now.
Just wanna get to know a little more about my Insta crush. Oh, I just wanna get to know a little more about my Insta crush.
So that's kind of how I spend my week reading, which sometimes I have days that I read a lot, and then I just don't read that much for 1 or 2 days, just because, yeah, that's just kind of what happens in life. You sometimes have very busy days, sometimes there's a little bit more free time, so you're capable of doing that. I think for me, what really helps to read more is, one, introducing audiobooks, because there are a lot of moments in life where, like, look, I'd love to listen to a story right now, but I also like have to do things like clean the house and cook and, you know, all those things where I can't just like read a book. So that's when I do audiobooks. And my other main thing that also really works is having multiple books at the same time, whether it's a physical and audio or 2 physicals. And I have to say though, the only reason that I'm capable of doing that without losing my mind over it is that I just don't read the same genres at the same time. So I will never read 2 fantasy genres or 2 contemporary novels at the same time, because I've learned like that just doesn't work, because I will start mixing up the stories. But for example, I read like a non-fiction and like a fantasy story, because those are 2 very opposing genres with its very own storylines. They don't really intersect in that sense. So I hope you kind of had something about this. I know it's like maybe not super informative, but I just wanted to show a more realistic view of how much I read. I'll probably get to like 60-70 books this year, so I just want to also point that out. I know there are also people who can like read 200 books a year. It's not me. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video again. If you want to see more content, subscribe, and you'll see more of the shenanigans. And also like and comment, it does really help out with the algorithm. And also, if you're listening to this and you're watching this like, when is the new episode of Kane's Jawbone coming out? It is definitely coming. It is really a series that I want to like continue on, but if you've seen the 2nd episode, like just figuring out one clue takes such a long time, and I just really don't have the time right now to properly make a video for it and really dive into the clues. That'll change in July. In July, I'll start making more videos about it. I will preface before though, it's gonna be a long journey because there are a lot of clues on those 100 pages and none of us really know what we're doing. Anyways, so that you're informed on that series as well, because I know that a lot of people start following me due to the series and started watching, just simply watch that series, which is fine. I'm more than happy to welcome you in, but if you haven't watched this video and then wondering when the next one comes out, it's just gonna take a little bit longer, because I just want to make a really good video for you, and I want to be able to properly inform you on clues, and also like make a video that is still understandable and just not me rambling out clues. I just want to make it sure that like we all know what's going on and what all the clues are. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Happy reading!